Hello, friends. This is Mac Payne here, founder, owner, and operator of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, where we bring you news about the Vietnam War and the brave veterans who served there, as told to you by yours truly, a Vietnam veteran. In this short video, I come to you with exciting news. At least to me, it's exciting. Maybe it'll be exciting to you. I have just published a new episode to the podcast, VietnamVeteranNews.com, episode 3311. You got to hear this episode because it is exciting, in my humble opinion. It has to do with AC-130 gunships and C-47 spooky gunships. I remember when I was over in Vietnam on my first tour in 1967, sometimes I'd look up in the sky at night and I would hear a noise, and suddenly it would look like a waterfall of fire was coming down out of the sky. Later, I found out they were C-130 Spectres and AC-47 Spookies. They had weapons attached to the sides of these aircraft, and they would just tilt it over and fire them at night. As I watched them deliver their armament, assuming on the bad guys, and this is at night, pitch dark, and I would wonder, do they really know what they're shooting at? I thought about that for years. Another example of the military just throwing money hand over fist at another idea. Apparently, I was wrong. Recently, I found an article about the AC-130s that tells all about it. And you'll see from this story, if you listen to the podcast episode, that they knew exactly what they were doing. They are claiming that during the Vietnam War, AC-130s destroyed 10,000 North Vietnamese trucks on the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Even if it was only half that number, 5,000, those aircraft were very successful. In this podcast episode, when you listen to it, you will discover the whole story of not only the AC-130s, but also the AC-47s. Believe it or not, the AC-130s are still in the active inventory today, and they've used them in every war since the Vietnam War. That's why, if you care anything about aircraft used in the Vietnam War, you have to listen to this podcast episode, number 3311. I have made it very easy for you to access that episode. I have set up 3 ways you can access that episode. They're all easy, they're all quick, and they're all free. The first and quickest and easiest is right here. All you've got to do is scroll down below this 1965 version of a Philco TV set, and you should be able to find a live link that will, bang, take you straight to that podcast episode. If for some reason you cannot find that link on the device you're watching this video with, as Crocodile Dundee would always say, no worries. All you've got to do is go to this URL, VietnamVeteranNews.com. Go there, click on episode 3311, and you can be listening immediately to the story of the AC-130s and what they've done for this country. It is an amazing story, and one that you've got to listen to if you want to know more about the Vietnam War and how effective we were over there, despite all the naysayers. But wait, there is a third way you can access this podcast episode. For all the ones who like to use QR codes because they're so easy, I've got you covered. I created just for you a QR code that'll take you straight to this podcast episode. It's so exciting because it's so easy and it's so effective. Now, don't worry about trying to link up to it here. At the end of the short video, I will put it up on the screen and leave it up there long enough for you to have plenty of time to take your phone, turn on the camera, point it toward the QR code and hit the button on the QR code, and you can be listening immediately. So you have no excuse not to go over there and listen to that podcast episode number 3311. You got to listen to it. Before you go over there, though, do me a big favor. Like this video. The people who know tell me that the more likes a video receives, the more likely YouTube will put it up on their channel and more people will see it. And that's what we want. We want more people to see it and learn more about the incredible aircraft we put together during the Vietnam War that is still with us today. It is an amazing story, which you will discover when you listen to episode 3311. Something else that'll help get more attention is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will help too. So let's do it. And now I want to thank you for listening to this short video. Please go over and listen to the podcast episode 3311. Here is the QR code for your use. Thank you for listening. We will talk soon. Did you get that code yet? If not, don't worry about it. I will leave it up a little longer so you will have plenty of time to take your phone, turn on the camera, point it toward the code, and click on it. And you'll be listening immediately. So go for it. The time has come to end this short video. If you haven't been able to access the QR code to get to that episode, just go over to the podcast website, VietnamVeteranNews.com, click on episode 3311, and you'll be able to listen immediately. So again, thank you for listening. We will talk soon.